Hi.
Oh, hello. Hello. Yeah, you called earlier.
Yeah.
But I don't know what happened. My screen just suddenly disappeared.
Oh,
Cambly,
really?
and I thought I don't know what happened.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, I've got 22 minutes before my next lesson. Is that okay?
Okay, yeah. That's
Uh,
okay. Yeah.
okay, very quickly. Where are you from, Lynn?
I'm from Vietnam. Do you know Vietnam?
Yes, yes, I do.
Yeah. Where are
I
you
work.
from?
I'm from Southeast England.
Southeast England. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereabouts in Vietnam do you live?
Uh, do you know Hanoi?
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed it actually. I enjoyed it because I worked on the offshore industry in Vietnam for about a year and a half, and occasionally, mainly I came out of the south, Vung Tau below Ho Chi Minh, but then
Oh.
sometimes we went up to Hanoi, and I found Hanoi a very interesting city actually, the center.
Yeah, of
The
course.
old center is fantastic. Um,
It's
they've got
beautiful.
one big lake and you got the little lake in the middle. So,
Yeah.
um, what's that the lake called? Oh, I've forgotten. Um, but it's no, I like the old city very much.
Mm.
It was, you go down to Ho Chi Minh City, and so much of the old city they're just knocking down and putting, you know, big buildings up, and you know, and
Yeah.
and the buildings they put up, all you think this is the same building as in Germany or London. It's the same shops, the same, and you think I don't want that. Whereas when I was in Hanoi, I just spent hours going down the shops, um, and of course I found that I really liked the local beer Hoi
Oh,
Hanoi.
beer hơi. Do you know? Do you
Oh, that's
remember?
so good,
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, my dad always wants to drink that kind of beer. Like he always tells me like, can you buy me some like for the party or something? So
Yeah,
yeah, you already know in Vietnam like children can freely, go and buy some alcoholic or something like that. So
yeah, but but I found that you had to know where to buy the
oh
beer,
yeah. Yeah.
and there was one place that was I think near the post office, and I went up and down the street looking, and there was just one small door. I went through the door, and then it came into a big area,
Oh.
where you could have small meals as well,
Mhm.
and then I found a little shop north of the lake, and I took me, and it was a little tiny cafe type store, and I'd go there about when I was staying in Hanoi. I'd go there about like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and people were coming out of work,
Oh
and
yeah.
I would I would sit on the street. We had a little chair on the
Mhm.
street with my beer Hanoi, and
Oh.
just watching all the scooters go by with all the
Yeah,
people.
that's fun. Yeah, that's
It
kind of
was real
experience.
fun just to watch this, and I'm just having my beer, and it's the cheapest beer in the world. I've never found a cheaper beer, you know,
Really?
and
Well,
yeah, and I couldn't understand why people would be paying, 4 times the price for a Heineken when you've got this super beer.
yeah, like
Yeah,
nobody understand that. Yeah, I think the everything in Vietnam or cheaper than in England or America or something.
oh
So
yeah, but yeah, and what I liked also, it was easy to go out for a meal, very easy to find, some food,
yeah,
um,
there's a lot of
very easy.
restaurants and shops. Yeah, and but the strange thing, like I know that the car in Vietnam is much more expensive.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think
But
that is
I,
is a tax. Is about
yeah,
the
it's
taxes
all about
problem.
tax.
Yeah.
But when I look at, I go down to particularly Hanoi, and Ho Chi Minh City, everybody's going to work on the scooters,
Oh,
not
yeah,
not big motorbike scooters. And I did an experiment, and I stayed by a traffic light, and I it went to red, and I counted how many people scooters went by
yeah.
till the next red light, and it was at least 200 scooters would go by.
Whoa, that's a lot. Like, I know that Vietnamese people love to doing that, but like they just think like they are faster than um many people are waiting for the red light, and they just okay.
Well, yes, but you've got to be careful. You have to be
Oh
careful.
yeah, of course.
But if you look, like 200 people would go. If there were no scooters and it was all cars, you would be very lucky to get more than 50 cars through.
Yeah.
So, if there were no scooters, the city would just come to a halt.
Yeah.
And this is the problem with European cities.
Mm-hmm.
You can't move for cars. It takes you so long to get through a town.
Yeah.
So, and when I stayed at when I went down to Vung Tau, which is south of Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, I actually, with a Vietnamese person, I shared a scooter. I paid half for the scooter.
Oh, okay.
And so every time I went there, I could use the scooter, And in the end, I just left, and they had the scooter. So,
Okay. Yeah.
So that was good for them, But I liked going, the scooter around, At first, I was very scared,
Yeah.
But after a while, you get used to it. But there are a lot of accidents.
Yeah, I don't know that, but I heard a lot of foreigners say like they're really scared to passing the road in Vietnam, like the motorbike and the cars are honking and everything. So some people they're saying they have to close their eyes to pass, because if they
I read an article, because when I was actually in Ho Chi Minh City, and I think it was Ho Chi Minh City, because they have a theater house,
Oh yeah.
And that, when I was coming out of the city, it's on the other side of the road, and it's a big major road, and I'm thinking, how do I get to this theater? Every time I wanted to cross the road, then they came from the other direction.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's
scary. I couldn't get across the road. And so then I read an article, and they said, oh, well, you wait a little bit of a gap, and then you walk out. You just walk out. And they go round you. Everybody goes around you.
Yeah, there's no line for the walker or something. It's just passing the road. Yeah,
no,
and they will have this kind of sign. So it will be like this. So there's the meaning that, okay, I'm passing the road. Just wait me a minute, and okay, they stop. But some people they don't mind that. They just so we need to really.
Because I found, I thought, okay, we'll try this, and then I looked up the road, and there was an older woman, quite a fairly old lady actually, and she just walked out, and all the scooters went round her as she went out, and I thought, okay, I'll do the same thing. I went for a gap, I came out, and sure enough, I got to the other side, but I had to keep looking. You had to be careful.
Always careful.
But I like the scooters, because I thought so many people can move around the city. Because I went to China, and I'd seen all the pictures of China when everybody was on bicycles, and a million bicycles in the city, all going at reasonable speed,
Really?
No pollution, no nothing. Now, when I went to sort of Beijing and Shanghai, there's all these cars, and the pollution is dreadful.
Pollution is,
awful. And you come to a roundabout, and you go to this roundabout, and in England, you drive on the left and you give on a roundabout, everybody on the right, when people coming in on the right, you
Mhm.
have to wait for them.
Yeah.
In France or Germany, you're on the other side, so you have to wait for the people on the left, which should have been the case
Yeah, but
in
yeah,
China. Not in China, just boom, everybody going,
yeah,
no
like
rule, no,
every corner, every side they are just
yeah,
passing. Yeah,
yeah,
I can imagine that kind
there was
of
no rules, no rules, you know,
because
and
everyone is busy and
oh,
no one can waiting for
so
others. So
when I was in a taxi, I'm going, oh no, it was, oh,
it's
I
scary.
thought
Yeah.
that's a nightmare. But I have to admit, Vietnam, even today, is one of my favorite countries.
Uh,
If if I wasn't married or something happened to my wife, I think I would sell and then go to Vietnam and live in Vietnam, because it's you can get a visa. I can teach a little bit of English sometimes.
yeah, it's very
Uh,
easy.
yeah, it is, and I like a lot of the places. I went to between up the coast from Ho Chi Minh, going as if you're going up. I went to um, one very nice old town there on the coast. I can't remember the name. It was really very nice, and
Uh,
there were a few foreigners there living there.
yeah, it's
It's I found it's a very gentle place. You know, generally it's um, people are I found them very friendly, very easy.
yeah, Vietnamese people is always famous about their family. Yeah, so.
Yeah, and what I particularly found good about it was, when you look at the history, you
Mhm.
first of all you got the history of the French, right,
Yeah,
and then you've got that era, and then you've got the Civil War between the North and the South. Okay,
yeah.
well, and then America took part in that, and you think, oh my God, you know, well, we in the West we don't like communism, but there's it's 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 okay in Vietnam, you know, but
Like in the past, I heard that like almost all the foreigners when they heard about the word Vietnam, then they will just Vietnam equal the wars.
yeah, I agree. I agree. But the interesting thing for me was, and this was like I was working there like 10 years ago. And but the interesting thing was I found quite a few Americans living there, you know,
Yeah.
no, and they didn't have a problem, you
Hmm.
know. And I thought in a lot of countries where you've had this, if you like, imperialist wars and all this, um, you can't go and live there anymore because it's still, but I found no, Vietnam had moved on.
Yeah.
That was
They don't care about the past. They just
it's gone. We have the
yeah.
future. And
Mhm.
I found a lot of Australians living there.
Oh yeah. We are kind of near
I know in
Australia.
Australians love it. And quite a few Australians I met were married to Vietnamese women,
Oh.
and we're living there, living in Vietnam,
Hmm.
quite
Yeah.
happy, very happy to be in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Um,
They. I don't know. Like some people, like they see the other people in the other what places that they would think, oh, this kind of
yeah.
weird. I will don't talk or something. But Vietnamese, like they always welcome you guys and they
Well,
don't
yeah,
care
and
about family.
I'm married with children, so it didn't bother me. But I can see from, say, a young person's point of view, Vietnamese women are particularly attractive. Uh, you know, they're you know
I agree
they're
that.
they're nice looking, and they're very gentle. You know,
Mhm.
the ones I met who were married to Vietnamese, the Australians, and I met an American, and they all said, "No, these are lovely people. This is nice."
Yeah.
Oh, we've got 10 seconds.
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much. And lovely
Yeah.
talking to
You
you.
too. So have a nice day. Bye.
Take care.
Yeah, you too.